I think for my generation, we just don't feel like dealing with an argument.
So I think this is a great video. It actually talks about how a wife would feel if her husband were to walk away because she was yelling at him. Now, this could go towards any type of relationship, regardless of who your partner might be. And I understand a lot of people get overwhelmed when an argument takes place. They get overwhelmed and they need to remove themselves from the situation because they just can't either process what's happening, or there's too much anger, or they just can't deal with what's happening. So I remember on the day that I got married, someone told me never to go to bed angry. And I actually dispute that. And the reason why is, as long as you are able to say to that other person, I understand you're upset about topic A, B, or C. I love you. I hear what you're saying, but I just can't process this right now. I'd like to talk about this later. Can we sit down and talk about this later? Maybe the other person has had a few too many drinks. Or maybe the situation got a little bit too heated and some comments were being made that shouldn't have been made, because it happens to all of us. And if you don't have the emotional maturity or experience enough to sit through an argument to the very end, to, resolve all issues to the very end, that's okay. Not everybody is perfect at it. So if your partner is one of those people that wants to hash it out right now, as long as you say to them, I hear you, I love you, I understand what you're saying, but I just don't have the capacity to deal with this right now. Can we sit down tomorrow or on Saturday night and have an hour to talk about it together? And at least that person will know that you're not sloughing them off and making them feel like they're not important. It'll at least give them that moment to either calm down, come down off of the alcohol or whatever the situation is. It gives them that time to sort of reset. And then that's, generally speaking, how my husband and I have survived many years of marriage. So in the 20 years that we've been married, we just got our vows renewed actually in March in Las Vegas, which was pretty awesome. But in the 20 years we've been married, we are both very headstrong, stubborn people. Absolutely. And anybody that knows my husband and I knows we are both headstrong, stubborn people. So can you just imagine two headstrong, stubborn people both having a few drinks and then getting into a fight with each other? I'm surprised we haven't killed each other. But we both recognize two things. One, we recognize when our partner is getting overstimulated. For example, he's working on something out in the garage and he smacks himself in the head with something and he decides to throw something because he's upset about it. Instead of harping on him, I just leave him alone. Just give him his space for a few minutes. He'll calm down. He's never raised a hand to me or anyone else in his entire life, but he's having a moment. Leave the man alone. And he also knows when I'm not feeling well. If I've got a migraine or maybe my hips are sore, or, all the issues, the medical issues that I have to go through. He knows not to pick a fight with me when I'm not feeling well. We both recognize each other's limitations, but we're both able to say to each other, I love you. I just can't deal with this right now. Give me a few minutes and we will come back to it. But the absolute key is that you come back to it. Because if you promise someone you're going to talk about it and then you don't, you've now broken the trust. So yeah, if you have to go to bed angry, that's fine. As long as you address the issue when it's time, when things have calmed down, and the other person knows that that's what you're doing in the meantime, is calming down and getting your thoughts together, that's a very fair way to have an argument and have a discussion as a married couple. So for that reason, I don't tell people not to go to bed angry anymore. I actually say go to bed angry. Sleep on it. Get some, perspective. Did they really leave the cap off the toothpaste and that's why you're really upset, or is it maybe something else? Maybe sit down and look at why you're really angry. Maybe narrow down the actual points as to what you want to say rather than, slurs or bad name calling or, your mother did this last year and I'm mad about it. Rather than bringing up all of those things, just admit that you need some time to focus it in on what you're really upset about. Now, are we perfect? No. But I've been married 20 years to a man who is still my best friend in the whole world. A man who would do anything for me to see me succeed, even if it means himself not succeeding. He would give me the world if he could. He supports me in any way possible. And I would live in a cardboard box just to be next to him. I don't care if he makes 5 cents. I will stand by that man's side until the day I am gone. And part of that has to do with our way of communication. So that's my tidbit of information to share with you. Maybe it'll help you in your life. Good luck to you.